There's a photograph. It's not blurry or old and faded. It's crystal clear, incredibly detailed. You can see the texture of the fabric on his clothes, the tiny lines around his eyes, the subtle reflection in his pupils. It's undeniably real. There's just one huge glaring problem. This man doesn't exist, not according to any record anywhere in the world. This mysterious photo just appeared. It was discovered tucked away in a private archive, with no date, no name, and no clue as to where it came from. Naturally, the first step was to run it through every facial recognition database on the planet. The result? Nothing. A complete zero. It was like searching for a ghost. So the investigation deepened. Historians were brought in. They scoured birth certificates, census data, immigration papers, military records, everything you could possibly think of. Still nothing. It's as if this man was never born, never lived, never walked this earth. Yet, there he is, staring out from the photograph, a tangible piece of evidence of his own non-existence. The photo itself was subjected to intense scrutiny. Experts in photographic analysis confirmed its authenticity. It's not a composite, not a clever digital manipulation. The light, the shadows, the grain of the film, it all points to a genuine photograph taken with a real camera. But the details only add to the confusion. Take his clothes, for example. Fashion experts were stumped. The style doesn't neatly fit into any specific decade. It has elements that feel vaguely familiar, a bit from the 40s, a hint of the 60s, but put together in a way that's completely unique. It's not a costume, it's just his clothes. They look worn, lived in, as if they were his everyday attire. Then there's the background. Behind him you can see a city street, but it's a city no one recognizes. Architectural historians looked at the buildings, the style of the windows, the design of the lampposts. They compared it to archives from every major city and every small town they could find. The result was the same, no match. It's a place that, by all accounts, shouldn't exist. This is where the theories start to get wild. The community of experts, and now the online world, is completely divided. Some people, the skeptics, say there has to be a simple, rational explanation. Maybe it's an incredibly elaborate art project, a piece of fiction so well crafted it fools even the experts. Or perhaps it's a modern-day hoax, designed by someone with an unbelievable amount of skill and resources, just to watch the world scramble for answers. They argue that every mystery has a solution. We just haven't found it yet. But others aren't so sure. They look at the evidence, at the sheer impossibility of it all, and they come to a much more unsettling conclusion. They believe the photograph isn't a hoax. They believe the man was real. He lived, he breathed, he had a life. But something or someone erased him. Not just his records, but his entire existence. Wiped clean from the annals of history. Think about that for a moment. The power to not just eliminate a person, but to retroactively remove every trace of their life. Their friends and family would have no memory of them. Their home, their job, their favorite coffee shop, all would be reconfigured as if they had never been there. It's a chilling thought, a form of obliteration that goes far beyond a simple disappearance. This idea has given rise to even more speculative theories. Some people whisper about secret government programs, clandestine agencies with technology so advanced it borders on magic, capable of editing reality itself. They talk about time travelers, accidental tourists from another era, whose brief appearance in our timeline leaves behind an impossible artifact like this photograph. Then there are the theories that touch on the paranormal, on the very fabric of our universe. Could this man have slipped through from a parallel dimension? A world almost identical to ours, but with subtle differences, like the style of his clothes and the architecture of his city. In this version of the story, the photograph isn't an erasure, but a bridge. A single fleeting glimpse into another reality, a world that exists just beyond our perception. This single image has become a sort of Rorschach test. What you see in it says a lot about what you believe about the world. Do you believe in simple explanations and logical fallacies? Or do you believe that there are things in this universe that are stranger and more complex than we can possibly imagine. The debate rages on. Every day, new evidence is posted online. People claim to see his face in old crowd photos or recognize a building in the background from a dream they once had. The photo has become a legend, a piece of modern folklore. It's the man who never was. But the core of the mystery remains untouched. We have this one solid, undeniable fact, the photograph, and we have the complete and utter absence of any other fact to support it. It's a perfect contradiction. It forces us to ask some deeply uncomfortable questions. How reliable is our history? We trust records, documents, digital data. But what if those things can be changed? What if our collective memory can be edited without us even knowing? If a person, a single individual, can be so completely and utterly removed from history, would we even notice? Or would we just go on with our lives, blissfully unaware that a piece of our reality had been carved out and discarded? The photograph of the unknown man suggests that maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't know. We'd only be left with a haunting, inexplicable ghost in the machine, a single perfect photograph of someone who was never here. It makes you wonder, if it happened to him, could it happen to anyone? Could it happen to us? And would the only thing left be a single confusing picture, leaving future generations to wonder who we were and why we were erased? It's a terrifying thought. Maybe some mysteries are better left unsolved. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by mysteries that challenge our understanding of reality, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the unknown. We'd love to hear your theories about the man in the photograph, so drop a comment below. Until next time, keep questioning.